So, one thing I noticed that in R.L. Stine's shows is that he tends to love doing episodes, at least one episode that revolves around comic books. Speaking of which, that's the theme of today's episode. For those of you who couldn't read the title, today we are reviewing Brush with Madness. So the story introduces us to two geeky teens named Corey and Emma. Corey is played by soon-to-be blind man thief Dylan Minnette, and Emma is played by soon-to-be vampire victim Chanel Peloso. Anyway, they are at Comic-Con. Or at least I think it's Comic-Con.
Can you blame
anyway,
him? There's no way
they've come to see the one and only Alan Miller.
One brush with death.
A clever homage to comic book writers Alan Moore and Frank Miller.
Don't freak him out.
Oh boy, I wonder where this is going.
Hi, it's Alan Miller. I'm Alan Miller.
Really? I thought you were Corey. Anyway, Corey surprisingly manages to keep his cool. I'm just kidding. He starts asking a billion questions which freaks Alan Miller out.
I follow you, you know. What did you just say? On Twitter, I'm your #1 fan.
Come on, Corey, let's go.
That's it. Get me out of here.
Oh no, not Twitter. Anything but Twitter.
I forgot his brushes. He's used those same brushes for every graphic novel he's done ever since The Night Guardian #32.
I know these pencils. These are the same exact pencils that blacksmithORANGE uses. So, like the sweet, angelic, church-going boy Corey is, he decides to go return the brushes. Only...
Stay away from me. Don't follow me. Don't write me letters. Don't tweet me your inane little questions every 5 minutes.
I just wanted to...
Crazy kids like you are the reason I don't do conventions anymore. You ruin it for everybody. Just leave me alone.
Stay away from Mr. Miller, or we'll get a restraining order.
So, long story short, his hero hates him.
I tried to give them back and he freaked out. He wouldn't even let me explain. I was trying to help and he was a total tool. Serves him right.
Hey, Alan Miller was nice enough to give you your very own restraining order. I mean, do you realize that not many people are blessed with that gift? Ungrateful little bastard. Anyway, Corey goes up to his room to try out the new art supplies he has acquired. And honestly, I like to believe that in real life, the actor isn't actually painting. He's just painting the most random shit possible. Anyway, the next day at school, Corey wakes up. Nah, not even kidding. He literally fell asleep in class, apparently. Anyway, he shows Emma his drawings, which seem a little too good. Yeah, there's no way that was done with a regular paintbrush. That was done with regular paintbrushes. Those edges are too perfect. This is pretty much the best I can do with a paintbrush.
Anyway, so you're returning those brushes today, right?
Not after the productive night I had with them. Don't want to plug up the creative juices while they're flowing.
In case you're wondering, I had no idea what he said there either. Something about creative juices. So after breaking into his house, Emma finds Corey in his room, and we see probably the coolest wall design ever. Yeah, I really want this on my wall. I do. I don't care if it never comes off. That is the coolest thing I've ever seen. Anyway, back to the review.
You're obsessed. And you've been obsessed ever since you stole those things.
I didn't steal them. He left them at his stupid table.
You hear that, Alan Miller? It's your fault that you left them. Finders keepers, bitch. Anyway, once Emma leaves, we get a pretty scary shot of someone watching Corey from outside. accompanied by probably the most epic violin chord strike in the show. The next morning, Corey wakes up with a huge hangover and realizes, to his horror, that the painting stuff is still on the wall.
Mom is gonna kill me.
She's gonna kill you? So wait, Corey's mom is the mad artist? That explains why we don't see her at all. Nah, I'm just kidding. The villain is actually Corey's desk at school. Sorry, Wolf, but you were wrong. It's not the table that we should fear. It's the desk. Desk. Can't even say that name without getting the chills. So, fearing that Alan Miller may be stalking him as payback for what he did, Corey phones up Emma and tells her about his concerns, which she doesn't believe him until...
Around the corner on Escher Avenue?
How did you know that?
Then, Corey sees a black sedan in the painting, which he deems as dangerous, so Emma gets the genius idea of getting off her bike and running toward the vehicle. Yeah, I'm sorry, if you get killed, it's your own fault. I gotta say though, the fact that we don't see the mad artist in this scene, but yet we know he's after Emma, gives this scene some creepiness points due to the how obscure he is. Anyway, Corey shows up just in time and saves the day. Anyway, after another cool transition, the duo goes back to Corey's house, and they decide that the best thing to do is to have Corey paint more panels in hopes to stop the mad artist. They take off Corey's cardboard closet door. Seriously, that came off too easily. And Corey gets to work.
I'm gonna go get a soda. You want one?
Corey's not in right now. Please leave a message after the tone. After reading a comic involving a cameo from the creature from A Creature Was Stirring, Emma goes back upstairs and...
Is this supposed to be a joke?
I just got started. I haven't figured out how to stop the mad artist yet.
What the hell do you mean you just got started? So anyway, in a nutshell, this scene goes like this. Emma theorizes that the brushes need to be destroyed, which honestly is what should have been done in the first place. Corey says they're about to reveal something or reveal the future and how he can't control himself when he's painting. Yeah, they don't really go into detail about the brushes and their power, which I like, but, can create some confusion. Anyway, Emma gets another genius idea of...
I don't want to be in your paintings anymore. I just want to go home and forget we ever met Alan Miller.
Just wait for me to finish...
Biking home by herself when she knows that there is a psycho after her. Yeah, you're not the brightest around here, are you, Emma?
It's only pain.
I'm not gonna lie, when I first saw this episode, I was legitimately worried that was blood there. Anyway, this is the part of the episode that gets very dark and very scary. So, fasten your seatbelt, kids. After getting a note from the mad artist, Corey bikes to what he thinks is Alan Miller's house. And I do gotta say that once he gets inside the house, it's pretty unnerving. Holy fuck, is this disturbing. So, the mad artist has Emma tied up in the basement of an old abandoned house where no one can hear her scream. And this is... I cannot describe how eerie and twisted that is. And I'm also getting a lot of Blair Witch vibes from this ending. Unfortunately, Corey gets knocked out, and now he's tied up too.
An X marks who's next.
This can't be happening. You're not real. I made you up.
I'm sorry, my dear boy, but you have it all wrong. It is I who made you up.
Believe it or not, that actually is Dylan Minnette playing the mad artist. Next to Daley Madison, Dylan Minnette is the second best actor on the show. After pulling a chainsaw on the kids, we cut to Alan Miller, who is revealed to have been behind the episode's evil this whole time. Or was he? Perhaps he was just blowing off steam after the run-in with Corey, and Corey's death was fabricated. Or maybe Corey was somehow transported into Alan Miller's comic. Some very complex themes in this episode. Alan Miller puts the comic into a shredder, which is also what will be happening to the kids soon. And that was the end to Brush with Madness, and holy hell, is this episode amazing. It's dark, it's complex, it's very thought-provoking, it's gruesome, it's brutal, it's so sadistic, and it's just everything that you would want in a Haunting Hour episode. One of my favorite themes in this is the idea of fandom, how obsessive people can become towards someone, and also how some people, like the Twilight fans, for example, they don't read it for good literature, they just read it because they want to see vampires. And it's just a really great episode, a very dark look at fandom, and a very dark look at what creators have to go through.